Hello guys, how are you? Can you hear me? Okay, perfect. So now we're going to speak only in English, so it's going to be better for you, Gary. Okay? Okay, let me bring the participants and the chat option to see it. Okay, now we have it. Okay, perfect. Hello, how are you? I want to welcome you to the course English for Business. In this case, is for intermediate level. In this case, we're going to talk only in English so you can improve your, in this case, your listening and a little bit your reading. So today's session is session 9. It is tips for buying online. This is part of unit 3, that it is e-commerce, and your teacher Liliana Kipusco. So let's begin. First, we're going to see, as every week, the course considerations. First, you must speak, or in this case write, in English during the entire conference. Second, you can ask questions during the course of the conference. For questions, if you do questions, I'm going to wait until I finish the slide, explaining the slides, and then I will answer to your questions. Third, I will appreciate you sharing any kind of anecdotes, experiences, or any other kind of problems that are related to the subject so we can talk about them. Maybe if you have a problem, I can help you by giving you a solution. And finally, fourth, at the end of each session, we will have an exam with multiple choice questions. In this case, they are going to have four alternatives. I'm going to give you a link for an exam that you're going to take after we finish the class. In this case, I will recommend to you to check before you taking the exam, to check again the video, to check the material so you can refresh a little bit. So in this exam, you will have five, like I told you, 5 questions. Also, you will have some information to give us some feedback about the class. Okay. So now getting back to our today's session, it is tips for writing online. So give me 1 second. In this case, by buying online, we're talking about especially for Alibaba, AliExpress, Amazon, and eBay. They're like most common web pages to buy, not just for our personal products, but also if we are starting a really small new business. Okay, so the first question is where to buy. We have some options. In this case, we have the online options: Amazon, Alibaba, AliExpress, and eBay. You know Amazon, right? Amazon is a web page where we are not only be able to find like Chinese products or products that are not original, but we will have the option to buy also products that are original from established companies. Okay, remember that we have to be careful because Amazon not only sells new products, but they also sell second-hand products that were already used. And we have to be very careful with the prime option. The prime option is when we pay a monthly, I think it is about $20 if I don't remember. We pay like some amount of money. In this case, I think it is $20 per month. So we have like a VIP treatment. So we have free shipping and we have access to more new products and special products. So if we are not going to be able to pay this amount of money monthly, we have to be very careful after we buy, because it tries like to give us the prime option. Okay, so we have to be careful when buying on Amazon. Then we have Alibaba and AliExpress. As you can see from the name, they are from the same company, AliExpress, Alibaba. Which is the difference? The difference is that Alibaba is for buying in bulk. In this case, we're talking about if we buy in bulk, if we buy by lots. So some lots, there's always going to be a minimum order quantity. So it could be just 10 units, or it could be up to 100 units, 1,000 units, 10,000 units minimum, or a complete container as a minimum request. On the other hand, we have AliExpress. AliExpress is the retail option. So in this case on AliExpress, we will be able just to buy one unit if it is for our use, or maybe we can buy more units. We could say 5 or 6, up to 10 or 20 units if we're talking about selling. And finally, we have the eBay option that is kind of an AliExpress, but I really don't like eBay because first we have the option of getting a buyer warranty. In this case, if our product doesn't get in 60 days, we have the option of extending the warranty and getting our money back. On the other hand, eBay, when I have buy on eBay, I usually have more problems with this on the warranty because sometimes these sellers, they don't want to give you an extension of the warranty on the first place, and on the second place also that on AliExpress we're going to be able to see some real pictures and comments from buyers. They tend to give feedback a lot. On the other hand, on eBay, I didn't see that much of feedback. They don't have like a lot of pictures from products that other buyers just take and load it into the web page. And we can also talk about comments because after your warranty closes after 60, 90 days, they just shut you out and you are not able to load your comments. On the other hand, AliExpress, if the seller extends your warranty, you keep on having the option of giving feedback. Okay. And finally, but not least, we have the authorized dealers and the manufacturer. The manufacturer is the person who is doing the product, who is manufacturing the product. So in this case, this is the safest way. Remember this. This is the safest way of buying a product. Why? Because we're talking directly to the person that is making it, right? But sometimes we're not going to be able to buy directly from the manufacturer. Maybe we can get to them online via the webpage, via Facebook, and then talking by them via email or on the phone. But if they are a really, really big company, they are going to lead you to their authorized dealer. So this is going to be another company, but usually the authorized dealers are located on the same country. So if we're talking about, let's say, a Chinese manufacturer who is really, really big, they are going to lead us, they're going to send to us to their Peruvian authorized dealer, so we won't be able to do any kind of import procedures. In this case, usually the authorized dealers tend to sell with a higher margin. In this case, it's going to be a little more expensive than buying directly to the manufacturer because this person, this company needs to have and some money, right? They have to do business and get money. So it is part of the chain, the commercial chain. So if you are able to talk directly to the manufacturer, it will be really, really great. If you are not and they send you to an authorized dealer, try to be sent to an authorized dealer from another country. So maybe from the same country as the manufacturer. So if we're talking about maybe an American company from the United States, let's ask for an authorized dealer for the United from the United States. So there's, in my experience, a little bit, the chance is a little higher of getting a still cheap or fair price. On the other hand, if we are sent directly to the Peruvian dealers, there's going to be a higher chance of getting a product that is going to be a little more expensive. Okay, so always be careful when buying. Then we have to pay attention to details. This is what we are going to see when we log very quickly into these web pages. We have to check for the rating. We are going to be, yes, sure. Let me go back. So I'm going to very quickly explain to you in Spanish the manufacturer against the authorized dealer so you can check if you understood what I said in English. Okay, so por un lado tenemos al manufacturero, por decirlo así, en este caso sería a la empresa que está, denme un segundo, a la empresa que está creando el producto, fabricando el producto, el fabricante. Siempre el fabricante va a ser la manera más segura de comprar, siempre. Entonces, acuérdense siempre eso, va a ser el más seguro. ¿Por qué? Porque estamos hablando directamente con el que lo está fabricando. Pero muchas veces el fabricante no nos va a poder vender directamente y nos va a mandar con un distribuidor autorizado. En este caso, usualmente cuando el distribuidor autorizado está localizado en nuestro mismo país, en Perú, es bien difícil que logremos obtener un producto más barato. Normalmente vamos a tener un producto con un margen de ganancia bastante alto porque esta empresa tiene que ganar. Por tanto, si nosotros vamos con el fabricante y el fabricante nos dice que no nos puede vender para nada, estamos, por ejemplo, hablando de un fabricante en Estados Unidos y nos dice que nos va a pasar con un distribuidor autorizado, en mi experiencia, lo que les recomiendo es poder pedirle al fabricante que nos mande con un distribuidor autorizado, pero que se encuentre en el mismo país. En este caso, un distribuidor autorizado que se encuentre también en Estados Unidos. Ahí tenemos un chance un poquito más alto de conseguir un producto que sea más barato. ¿Sí? Listo. Entonces, básicamente ese sería el tema con lo que es el fabricante y el distribuidor autorizado, que lo podemos comprar, o en este caso, perdón, contactar ya sea por la misma página web, por Facebook o también por correo para luego poder hacer un contacto por teléfono. That's right. It is a really good strategy. When doing import business, when I was working in an import company, we tend to do that. So it is a really good strategy. Not only from the same country as the manufacturer, but we can also find from Brazil if the company has an authorized dealer in Brazil. Brazil also has good prices, but mostly the United States because they have a lot of competition. So they try to get the authorized dealers tend to fight for the market. On the other hand, in Peru, when we are talking about a company, a really big company, we get just one authorized dealer, two if we are lucky. So these two authorized dealers, they tend to like get together and try to match their prices. So they are high and they are kind of the same. So they like have the same kind of sales. Okay, so we have to be careful with that. Okay, perfect. So, as I was telling you, we also have to pay attention to details. We're going to be able to see on these web pages that we're going to be able to give a rating. So in this case, it's going to be starts. We're going to see also, in the case of AliExpress and Alibaba, we're going to see like some diamonds, that it means that the seller is a good seller, that they send you the product, that the product gets on time and gets on a good condition, and also the product it is as seen on the pictures. Then we're going to be able to see pictures, like I told you. We must not trust only on the seller's pictures. We have to check the buyer's pictures. And the good thing about AliExpress and Alibaba is that we are going to be able to see some original or some real pictures from the buyers, so you don't end up like in this. I don't know if you have seen these YouTube videos that it says expectation versus reality from online buys. So in order to don't end up in this kind of situation, we must see the buyer's pictures first. So as you can see in here, there's like a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful white dress. And this is the expectation. This is the picture that the seller load up in their web page, in their AliExpress web page, let's say. And this is the reality. So this is what the buyer got. So if we go to the picture section, we're going to be able to find that I see this, the buyer sells me this. I'm sorry, the seller is selling me this, but the buyer says that they got this, so maybe it's not a good idea to buy from them. And finally, the comments. The comments are also really good because maybe the expectation it is the same as the reality in pictures, but there is going to be more information on the comments. For example, I bought some. It was a really nice pants. So they were white. They look really good. I saw the seller's pictures. They look nice. I saw the buyer's pictures. They look also nice. But on the comments there was the detail that I had to pay attention. So they say they look the same. It is the same. It is the same kind of the material looks good, feels good, but it is translucent. So if you're going to buy these pants, you have to wear some shorts underneath because it is translucent and your underwear can be seen. So it is not only a matter of checking the rating, it is checking the rating, it is about checking pictures and also about checking the comments. Okay, so we must always pay attention to the details. Okay, let me see if you understand this part very well so we can continue. Okay, perfect. So another part of tips from buying online is to write our address on the right way. When we log in into AliExpress, eBay, Alibaba, or Amazon, or just giving our address to our manufacturer or our outright dealer that it is our road, we will have to give this information. First of all, we're going to put our country, that in this case it is Peru. Then we're going to put our full name. Let's always give our full name, our first name, middle name, and both of our last names. Because when we are importing, let's say via import fácil, that it is using Surplus or maybe using a courier, they're going to take our full name to check if we have a roof or not. So it is going to be very important for the customs procedures. So let's always put our full complete name, our real name, okay? And then they will ask us for our street address. In this case, you are going to put the name of your address, and then you will put what kind of address is. Is this an avenue? Is this a street? For example, I would say that I live in Tomás Valle Avenue, Avenida Tomás Valle. Then I'm going to put after this numbers. I'm going to put number and give the exact number of my house. Let's say Tomás Valle Avenue 123. Okay. Then I'm going to put the sector. If I live on a sector or maybe an urbanization, let's say urbanization area, and then the district, let's say district Cercado de Lima, district Los Olivos, or the district where I live. After this, they will ask you for the city. In this case, I could put Lima. the state, province, and region that you would say Lima, Lima, Lima. And finally, the zip code. The zip code is in Spanish código postal. I don't know if you remember that we used to use numbers. We used to say Lima and then the number. For example, for San Martín de Porres, it was Lima 31, Lima 31. I don't know if you remember this. So, if you are a little bit old like me, like getting into the 30s, maybe you will remember this. But nowadays we have zip codes, we have códigos postales that they are going to allow us to have a code of 5 numbers to identify an area on Peru in this case, where we live. So we're going to quickly check this web page so you know what we are talking about. Okay, I'm going to share to you my web page again. Give me 1 second. Oh, wait. You're going to let me know if you can check my web page. Okay, so okay, perfect. So in here we are on the zip code web page. You just click on the web page that I gave you, so it's going to directly send you to this. On the other hand, if you just want to put código postal, you can search código postal on Google. You're going to click on this one, códigopostal.gov.pe. It is going to send you to this web page, and it's going to send you, you're going to click in here. Okay, so we're going to find that one. We're going to wait until it loads. It's the same as the first one. So we're in here, we're going to find watch. So we're going to find Huacho Water, right? We're going to check and we're going to wait. And then we can put in here the name of the place. Maybe, do you live on a urbanization or a sector? Maybe you can give us a name so we can check there. Let me quickly check first. Or urbanization, sector, urbanización. Sector. Okay, avenue. Give me the avenue. Don't give me the number, just give me the name of the avenue. Okay, let's check if we can find it that way. Can you see here? October 9th Avenue. So we're going to check there. I'm going to put just an example of the name of the number, okay? So you don't have to give me your number. So in here, so for this sector, the zip code is this one, as you can see here, 15136, right? This one. So you can check also if you are there. So you live in October 9th Avenue. So you must be in this part, right? On yellow. Okay, that's right. So now you know which is your zip code. As I told you, this number is going to be very important. So this number is the one that you're going to put in here. So when you buy online, you're going to put it in here. 15136. Okay? So this is a very nice tip when buying online, because this one is going to allow Serpos or the courier that you are using to find your address way more easier. So it is um, it is least possible that they are going to miss the place that you live and you are not going to be able to get your product. Okay, so if we put our zip code, it is easier for suppose to find our address and send our product to us. So let's remember that if we have any kind of problem with our address, with logging in, or just buying, we can always contact the customer service. Okay, and then talking about tips, we can talk about paying. So, have you ever bought on Amazon, AliExpress, Alibaba, or eBay? Have you ever bought anything for you or for your company? If you did, maybe you use your credit card, right? But there are some other options. We can do a wire transfer. This will be transferencia bancaria. What I recommend to you is that you only do wire transfers when you are talking to an authorized dealer or manufacturer that you are very sure that the company is that you can trust on the company, because if you buy via AliExpress, Alibaba, Amazon, or eBay and you do a wire transfer, it's going to be outside the web page, so you are not going to be able to have a warranty from the company because you are not paying through their paying system. Okay, so remember, always use wire transfers when we are talking about business with a manufacturer or an authorized dealer that we are for sure that the company, we can trust on the company. Okay, then if we're talking about buying via Amazon and eBay, we can talk about paying with PayPal. PayPal is a really safe way of paying products. We just log into PayPal and we create an user and we put our credit card information, and PayPal is going to make sure that no one steals our information. And last but not least, we can use our credit card or debit card. And this one I would use for AliExpress and Alibaba. When I always buy on AliExpress. I always directly put my credit card number or debit card number, and I haven't had any problems. Why? Because we're using some system that they call Alipay, that it is from the same company, and it is kind of AliExpress and Alibaba's PayPal, that is called Alipay, that we just put our main information from the credit card. Now, when you are buying with your credit card or debit card, what they're going to ask you is going to be the number, the complete number. Then they are going to ask you the expiration number, so when your card is going to expire, so this one. Then they will ask you for the cardholder name. So in this case will be your usually it's your first last name and your first name. And they will ask you for the security code. Okay, the security code is usually on the back, especially for Visa cards, is on the back. If we're talking about American Express cards, it is not on the back. It is in here on the front next to the card's number. Okay, so be careful with that. Additionally, what I can tell you is never give your credit cards or your debit cards information to nobody. Don't ever send your credit card or debit card information via text message or took a picture and send it, because if someone gets to this information, the number of the card the expiration date, the cardholder name, and the security code, they are going to be able to buy online and install from your credit or debit card. So you have to be really, really careful, okay? Do you understand this? Or you have to be really careful about your credit cards or debit cards information? I want to make sure. Okay, perfect. So you always have to be careful, okay? Perfect. Now we're going to quickly see PayPal. So how you can check PayPal. I'm going to share again to you my webpage. Okay, so you can just click on www.paypal.com, or you can just put on PayPal in here and then click there. So for you to create a PayPal account, you're going to put in here that it is personal, that you want to buy, and you're going to find all the information. Just give me 1 second. Okay, so you're going to have all the information. You can see how it works, how you choose to pay with credit card or debit card, and you can register for free. Then you're going to see, are you doing it for business to sell and receive payments, or are you doing it for personal to buy and send paid? So usually we're going to use buy, right? So we're going to put that one. So we're going to checking some information. In this case, I'm a female. In this case, I'm interested, let's say, in fashion, travel, technology, and I'm going to buy how much I usually buy in dollars per year. Let's say less than $100, and then I put continue. And in here, I'm going to put the main information. So I'm going to put in here my country, my email address, and I'm going to create some password. After this, they're going to send you an email where you're going to check, you're going to confirm your email, and they will ask you for the information that I gave you before. So they are going to ask you for your name, they are going to ask you for the address, and they are going to ask you for your credit or debit card information. If you are using PayPal, it is safe to give your credit cards or debit cards information. So PayPal is safe, and Alipay, when you're buying via AliExpress and Alibaba's main web page, those are also safe. So after this one, let me give you again the share. After this, and you click on continue, they are going to ask you for this information that I'm going to share to you here. They are going to ask you for this information, and you're going to complete it like I told you, like you learned today. Okay, so that will be the easiest way of explaining how to create a, let me check, how to create a PayPal account in this case. So again, I tell you again, you always have to be careful with your credit or debit cards information. Why? Again, I tell you that if someone gets your card number, the expiration name, the cardholder number, and the security code number in here for Visa or here for American Express, they can buy with your information, with your card, without the necessity of having the card itself in person. So don't ever take photos from your credit card or debit card, and never let anybody take photos from your debit or credit card. Also, when you are paying on a restaurant, Always make sure to never leave your credit or debit card because someone just might take a quick photo and you're going to lose your information. So be really careful with credit and debit cards, please. Okay. So then we're going to check the most main pages so we can check this information from here. We're going to check the ratings, the pictures, and the comments from these 4 web pages. So first we're going to go to Amazon. Yes, when you buy on AliExpress, they're going to ask you for this information. Like I told you, Alibaba and AliExpress, it is safe. AliExpress and Alibaba, because they use Alipay. Alipay is their payment system that it is safe as PayPal. So if you buy on AliExpress or Alibaba, you can be sure or be safe of giving this information, your credit card information. Like I told you, I always buy on AliExpress and I put directly my credit card and debit card information on their main platform. So when I click on buy, then they ask me for my credit and debit card information and I just put it there knowing that they are not going to steal my information. Okay. The Alipay system, it is safe. For AliExpress and Alibaba, it is safe to put our credit and debit card information on their main webpage. I'm going to explain to you really fast in Spanish. Para AliExpress y para Alibaba, ellos no utilizan PayPal. Ellos tienen su propio sistema de compras, su propio sistema de pagos que se llama Alipay. Okay, I'm going to write it to you here. Alipay es seguro. Alipay lo que va a hacer es te va a solicitar por tu información de tu tarjeta de crédito y tu tarjeta de débito. Lo que tú vas a hacer es colocar la información que te dije, tu número de tu tarjeta, tu nombre, la fecha de expiración de tu tarjeta y el código de seguridad. Cuando es Visa está en la parte de atrás, cuando estamos hablando de un American Express está en la parte de adelante. Inclusive ahí va a haber, tú vas a ver que va a haber este recuadro de acá. Tú vas a ver que va a haber una foto de una tarjeta y que te va a seleccionar, después de que tú coloques tu número de tarjeta, te va a seleccionar así, que significa que para tu tipo de tarjeta tu código de seguridad va a estar acá, o te va a seleccionar así, indicándote que está en la parte de atrás. Entonces, volviendo a lo que te decía, Alipay es seguro. Cuando tú compras por AliExpress o Alibaba, colocar tu información directamente en la plataforma, de colocar la información de tu tarjeta directamente en la plataforma es seguro. Cuando estamos hablando de un Amazon o de un eBay, lo que yo te recomiendo es que utilices PayPal. Ahí PayPal es un tercero que hace la vez de intermediario y que si no te pagan, tú puedes reclamar con PayPal y PayPal lo que hace es, le retiene el dinero hasta que se asegura que todo está bien y recién le suelta el dinero al vendedor. Si vas a comprar por otros medios, te recomiendo que te asegures que tengan algún tipo de garantía al comprador. Siempre chequea en internet si es que colocas el nombre de la página o de la empresa, espacio y colocas estafas o scam en inglés y verifica si es que han habido estafas con esa empresa. Si es que no las han habido, genial, trata de comprar siempre a través de PayPal para otras empresas que no sean ni AliExpress ni Alibaba. Y finalmente, como les decía, lo que son transferencias bancarias, no traten de hacerlo por medio de estas páginas AliExpress, Alibaba, Amazon, porque las estarías haciendo por fuera del sistema de pagos de ellos. Por tanto, ellos no serían responsables si es que no te llega el producto. Las transferencias bancarias en su mayoría se dejan cuando nosotros estamos contactando directamente con un distribuidor autorizado o directamente con un fabricante. En este caso, lo más probable es que no vamos a hacer una transferencia así, sin ningún tipo de cuidado, sino que lo vamos a hacer a través de una carta de crédito o a través de algún otro tipo de producto del banco donde el banco se va a asegurar que a nosotros nos llegue el producto antes de enviar el dinero. Pero en este caso, cuando hacemos transferencias bancarias con empresas o con distribuidores autorizados, hay que estar muy seguros que la empresa, el fabricante, el distribuidor autorizado es seguro y que no es una empresa fachada que nos puede estafar. ¿Sí? ¿Me deja entender? Perfecto. Okay, so going back to English, we're going to check the main web pages, in this case online markets, online sales web pages, to check for these details, rating, pictures, and comments. Okay, so first we're going to go to Amazon. I'm going to share to you very quickly my web page. Okay, we are on time. We have 4. Okay, perfect. So we're on Amazon. You can just put www.amazon.com, or you can just put Amazon on Google, and we're going to click there. Gary, I would like you to give me one product. Write to me one product that you would like to see. Escríbeme un producto que te gustaría que revisemos. Okay. Okay, perfect. So we're in here. This is the Amazon webpage. If I have an account, I click in sign in. If I don't have an account and I'm a new customer, I click in here in start here. On start here, I'm going to enter my name, my email. I'm going to create a password and I'm going to re-enter the password. After I do this, I'm going to get an email where I'm going to click to activate the account, and after that I'm going to and after that I'm going to have this information. They're going to ask me for this information, and then the credit card information. In this case, I won't put the credit card information. I will just skip that part, because for Amazon, what I recommend is to pay with PayPal. So every time you're going to buy something, you just click on PayPal. Okay? So going back. Okay, perfect. So after we create an account, we can just log in here and sign in. I will put my email, the password that I have, and I will go to sign in. So now for checking products, I could just check products without the necessity of creating an account. So that's what we're going to do. You want to find Kindle paperback. Okay, perfect. So this is the Kindle Paperwhite. This is the product that you wanted, right? The Kindle Reader. Okay, so these are some of the products, and I can find that, for example, I have in here at $150 Kindle. I have 54 Kindle, so I have the rating. I can see that 64% of the people put 5 stars from 78 people. Then I have the 75 people rated this product, and 61% of these 75 people give them 5 stars. So there are 5% that gave a really low percentage, a really low rating, and I have here that 6% gave a 1 star. So maybe there are some problems with this product. So what I can do is sort by low to high price. So the cheaper is going to come up, and then I can sort from high to low, or I can sort by average customer review and news arrivals. So usually I'm going to see from low to high, so the cheaper first. So in here I have 150, 250, 250, and then in here I have 39.59. So what's up with this? In here you can see that this is sponsored. So this seller paid to appear in here, even though they are not Kindle Paperwhites. They are covered for the Kindle. So I have to be really be careful and read the complete description of the product. Okay. So again, I have some other kind of products. I have products that are, in this case, books. So I'm going to check the first one. Okay, just for in here on the left part, I can also check if I use one from 4 stars up. So the best product. In here I have the one that it is 150. I could check also which kind of the display size, the cover color, who is selling the product, the brand, and the compatibility. So in this case, I'm going to check for this one. So I just click there, I go down, and I can check that the product is in stock. I can check if they can send it to my country. That is really important. For example, Peru. So this product can be shipped to Peru. It's okay. The information about the product. I can compare this product from other products that also Amazon sells. So which one is better? I can see some specifications of the product, the size, the display, the battery life, the storage, the Wi-Fi connectivity. In here I can see some questions and answers from some buyers. I can see the reviews, and some reviews allow me to see pictures. Not everybody, but some do. In this case, I don't see any pictures, but I can see here that most of them like it. So it is a good product. It is an average product. So that would be an example of how to find a product. Okay. Now, the other web page is eBay. So, like I told you, I really don't like that much eBay. I had bad experiences with eBay where I bought, and when I tried to ask for an extension of the warranty, the seller didn't give it to me, so I lost money. To be honest, it was not that much of a money, but it just gives you a terrible experience as a customer, so you are not feeling good in order to buy again, right? So in this case we have the same. We can log in or we can just register. If we register, it's going to be the same. They're going to ask us for our names, our last names, our email, our passport, and then again they're going to ask us for our address information and then our credit card information. Again, if you're buying from eBay, I would recommend to pay via PayPal. You can also log in with your Facebook, and you can also log in with your Google account. That's okay. That's available too. So in here we can just check for the same product. We check in here, we click on the product, we write the product, and then we send on enter. And we can also check for some other kind of extra details. We can check if for subasta, in this case, every person is going to bid until the time comes out. The time is out, and the higher payer is going to get the product. We can just put on buy it now, That means that it is already for sale. We can click on the condition of the product, if we want it new, if we want it repaired by the seller, repaired by the manufacturer, it is used, if there are some pieces that doesn't work, or we're selling for pieces, there's other kind of new, so any other details. So we are going to check new, okay? We check new, and we're going to check the delivery options. We can check for any kind of options of delivery options. It means not just the free ones, but also the ones that we have to pay for the shipping, or we can check for international free shipping. Remember that we choose international free shipping. It means that the person or the company that is going to receive the product, it is going to be surplus, and and it is going to be an importa fácil via surplus, and unfortunately importa fácil can take up to 60 or 90 days, sometimes even more. What I can give you as a really a really bad example or really bad experience is that I bought some keychains. In this case, it was some keychains from the Beatles because my dad likes the Beatles. So I bought him some keychains from the Beatles. It was for Father's Day, so we're talking about June 2018, and I got the product like a week or 2 weeks before Christmas. So we're talking that I bought the product on June 2018, and I got the product 2 weeks before Christmas of 2018. So it was almost about 6 months. So it is crazy, right? I can give you also another example that I had just this class also for, I think it was for gestión de importaciones, that we have this class on the Mondays. So I bought some stickers of Harry Potter as an example for the buying on AliExpress class, and I think it was like 4 months ago or 3 months ago, and I'm still waiting for that product. So usually when I buy with international free shipping, I try to buy stuff that I won't need in a long time, that I won't care waiting for it. So on the other hand, if I buy stuff with a higher, oh, I'm sorry, I have some. If I buy products that I'm going that I will need to get them right now, what I do is I usually buy I usually pay for a shipping. In this case, can be a shipping that it is going to be in here in 2 weeks or 3 weeks. If we are talking about an EMS is an express mail shipping, and it can be a lot more easier, and also faster. It's going to be very, very fast, but I will have to pay more. We are talking about paying, for example, like $20 or $25 for a shipping of maybe 1 kilogram. So it is going to be like a lot of money. But if you are talking about doing business, these $25 are going to be well invested, right? Because you're going to have the product in 2 weeks. There are also some other shipping options. There are $10 or $5 or $8 that you're going to get a tracking number. You can do that also. They're not going to be in here in 2 weeks. They will be maybe in here in 3, maybe 4 or 5 weeks. Those are another options, and they are also really good, but also there will come via surplus, and sometimes surplus gets into strikes. They don't work, so it takes our products to get in a in more time to our house. Okay, so we have to be very careful with that. So in here again, we have some Kindle Paperwhite sprouts. In here we have this one. Now in eBay we have this option from 465 soles up to 900 soles. So it means that depending of the product and on which specifications we take, we might end up paying a lot more. Okay, maybe if we upgrade the gigabytes, if we want more storage or any kind of other details, we will pay more. For example, in here we can see this one. We can check in here this one. The condition is new. We can have in here that it is $115. We can check how much is the shipping. The shipping is $13. We can pay with this kind of options. In here you can see PayPal. Always when buying when buying on eBay, I will recommend to you to pay via PayPal. A very important detail is that the seller doesn't accept returns. So we must be very sure that we really like this product and that we want it. In here we can see more information about the product, the description of the product. You can check them later a little bit with more detail. You can see in here that they say that they have some free shipping standard 5 to 10 days. But for us, for Peru, we know that surplus is going to take a lot more than 10 days. And unfortunately, in this one, we don't have any kind of comments or pictures from other buyers. That's one thing that I don't like about eBay, that they don't they don't tend to make their buyers give feedback. That on the other hand, AliExpress, they do that. So again, if we go back, you can see in here that you can check for some details. You can check how much of storage you want. You can check the color, the kind of connectivity that you want to the internet, the characteristics, the RAM, the model, the state, the condition, how much are you willing to pay. If you are willing to pay less than 316 soles, you can check in there, and in here it's going to upload you just the ones that are less than 316 soles. You can check where you want the product place located, if you just want it in the United States, in Asia, Europe, or North America. And in here, if you want it to be free shipping, you just click in there and it's going to upload you use the free shipping options. So that would be the eBay web page. Like I told you again, I really don't like eBay. I don't have nice experiences with that. So when I was younger, I used to buy from eBay a lot, but after I discovered AliExpress, and this is the one that we're going to see right now. This is the one that I really like. Now, AliExpress is a lot like Alibaba. I'm going to quickly show you Alibaba first, and then we're going to spend a little time on AliExpress. I'm going to spend like 5 more minutes, okay? So this is Alibaba. It is the same. You click on signing in, then you go to register, create in here, join for free. You're going to create again a user, and you're going to find the products. It is going to be the same. Let's use the Kindle Paperwhite again, okay? Okay, now talking about the Kindle Paperwhite, it is probably we're going to find Chinese ones or ones from Asia. So maybe what we will find is going to be covers. Yes, we're going to find covers. I knew it. Why? Because when we're talking about technology, it is better if we buy it from, let's say, if we buy it from Amazon, it is the best, it is more safe. But when we're talking about AliExpress and Alibaba, it is about more cheap products. So in this case, they are not going to sell you a Kindle Paperwhite, but they are going to sell you the covers. So you can see in here that they have really, really nice covers. Now, AliExpress, it is the same as Alibaba, but this is the detail that is different. First, that they have diamonds as a rating for talking about the extent, the transaction level. They are going to give you in here how much years the company has. They're going to give you in here the country and the place and the company and the place where it is, China, and the name of the company. And you are going to find in here minimum order. So it means that if you buy this product from this seller, you will have to buy minimum 100 pieces. Why? Because I was telling you that Alibaba is for bulk buying in bulk, so in larger quantities. Now, spending a little more time on AliExpress, and in here I'm going to spend 3 minutes, 4 minutes tops. It is the same as Alibaba, just the detail of the minimum order. So it is the same. We're going to identify ourselves. We can just check in, logging in, or we can just register, and then we can find it's going to be the same. Okay, so if we register, it is going to be the same. We have to put our email, our name, create a password, introduce the code, then we're going to create the account, and they're going to ask for our personal information, the name, our address, our zip code. And then in here you can check again the product. Again, I think that we're going to find covers. Yes, mostly covers. Again, if you click in here, you can check by brand. Maybe you will find some brands that are from technology products, but what I would recommend is when you are buying from this kind of AliExpress or Alipay or Alibaba, I'm sorry, it is not for buying technological products, because technological products from Asian countries that they tend to mass produce, they are not that really good if they are not from a good known brand. So just be careful with that. If you're going to buy technological products from these countries, try to ask for a free sample first so you can check the product and see if it is good. Now, in here we can check if we want a free shipping. Like I told you again, it could take up to 6 months, like my keychains. You can check if you want how much stars. For example, I'm going to check because I want 4 stars an app. I could check which is the minimum or maximum price that I'm willing to pay. I could check if I just want the relevant ones, if I want the most ordered ones, the newer ones, or price. For example, I could check to see the least expensive ones in here. So I have some options in here to see the least expensive ones. Before checking these products, I could say to you that if you download the AliExpress app, you will get some coupons to buy online, and you will get like 5 if you buy $20. So for new customers, when they download the app, they have like really nice deals and coupons. So you must check them out. And for example, I can see here how much they have 5 stars, because just one person gave the rating and they had 4 orders. So that's too little, right? Because just 4 people ordered this product against this one that 112 people ordered the product. And again, this one that 500 people ordered the product and 313 people gave a rating, and they gave a 5-star rating. So this is a really nice one. So I'm clicking there to check a little bit more. Now in here I have the name of the product, I have which are the colors available. I have that it is from 30 to 50 days that it might take in here, but we know that it's going to take longer because of sale post. But if we check there, I'm going to check to you then. If I check there, I will get the option to see another shippings. For example, in here I have the free shipping that I won't have follow-up. If I pay €1.28 or €1.60, I will have a tracking number to see where and how is my product getting in here. But if I pay the EMS that I told you, Express Mail Service, is going to get in here in 27 days for sure, but it's going to cost you, it's going to be up to €51. So it's going to, you will have to pay €51 extras, but you will get your product really fast. Well, not that fast, but better than 6 months, right? Then I can just go back and I can see here that these are the way of payments. Remember again that if you're using AliExpress, it's okay to put your credit card information paying via Alipay. I pay via Alipay not just in my computer, but also when I'm buying via my cell phone. I'm going to have in here the information about the product, some details, pictures. I can see how it looks really nice in the pictures. It really looks of a good quality. And in here I have the transactions. So the comments about the product. So 91% of the people of the 320 gave 5 stars. You can see here, right? And then if I scroll down a little bit more, I can see the comments. It says the description is the same, it's adequate, it's okay. It is a little bit tight, but it is okay. And he uploaded a picture, so I can see the picture that the buyer uploaded. So this is this one. So it kind of looks like the pro, right? It looks similar, so that's okay. And you have the option to put an additional comment. For example, the same buyer puts after time, it is still okay. So it didn't broke in 1 week. So after some time, in here, for example, he put this picture, he uploaded this picture on 5th December, the 15th of 2018, and after January, February, March, April, after 4 months, on the 21st of April of 2019, it is still good, the product. So the product didn't broke after 4 months. So it means that it is made of a good quality. I can see here some other pictures. It looks really nice. I can see here some other pictures. It looks really nice. In here the seller says that it is of a good quality. It has a little of smell, but it's worth it. So maybe it smells like plastic, and a lot of products from China tend to get a weird smell that after you use it a couple of times it just goes away. So it would be like I told you, for me, this is the best option to buy online because it gives me the tools to see how good the product was. After you choose the product, you just put on buy now. It will directly send you to your, you choose the color, I'm sorry, in this case, let's put pink, the quantity just one. I put buy now, and then it's going to send me to my checking, to my details. I'm going to put, in this case, if I'm logging in, it's going to send me directly to payment. Because I'm not logging in, I will have to put all my information, my email, names, my address, my zip code, my city, and then after I save this address, they will ask me for the payment, so I will have to put all my credit card information. That, like I told you, putting that on AliExpress and Alibaba, I'm sorry, AliExpress or Alibaba, it is safe. Okay. So finally, that would be all how to buy or how to check the four main web pages for buying online and how to check the tips that I gave you. So last but not least, I'm going to let you hear the references, mainly just the information from the zip code that I told you how to check. And again, last but not least, I want to thank you for your attention. I hope that you learned a little bit more today. Remember that this was session 9, tips of buying, tips to buying online, and your teacher Liliana Kipusco, and I hope to see you on the next class. Okay? Thank you very much, and have a really, really nice week. Thank you. I really appreciate that you like it. Thank you. Bye bye, guys. Take care.